Hey, this is Wolf Hoffman from Accept on Onslaught Radio.
Bringing metal to the masses. OnslaughtRadio.com.
This is Onslaught Radio. I'm Natalie, and this evening I'm backstage at the Relentless Garage in London, and I'm talking to Wolf, who is from Accept. Hi, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you? Good to be here.
I'm pretty good, thank you. And your latest album has been released on Nuclear Blast. It's called Blood of the Nations. How would you say that this album differs from old Accept albums?
Well, quite honestly, it doesn't really differ that much, apart from the fact that we have a new singer, Mark Tornillo, but we tried to really write an old-school metal album that was exactly like people remembered Accept. Obviously, new ideas and fresher sound and all that good stuff, but it's not really that much different. That was our goal.
And how's it been releasing the album on Nuclear Blast?
Say again, how was it what?
So releasing the album through Nuclear Blast.
Yes, we are, huh? Yes, we are. And it's going fantastic. I mean, we've got great reactions worldwide. I mean, this album has been album of the year in a lot of places. I mean, more than 40 publications and websites and more countries than I've ever dreamed possible. So it's going really, really, really well.
And as you suggested, the album's been very well received. Was there ever a chance that you thought that maybe it might not be very well received with the addition of the new vocalist?
Well, of course, you always prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and that's what we did. I mean, you can't really plan on anything like that. You just do your best, write the best possible songs, and then let it go. And the rest is, fate or history or whatever. It's out of our control at that point, But luckily, the fans really loved this new album, and it's might even be the best received album we've ever done. To be honest, I can't even remember back in the day having such a phenomenal reaction worldwide.
And I understand prior to this album, your wife used to write the lyrics for most of the Accept albums. Do you feel that now that Tom's obviously writing the lyrics, do you feel that he's brought something maybe a little bit different to Accept?
It's Mark, yeah. It's all right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, every time you have somebody else write the lyrics, they're not going to be identical. But what Mark tried to do is he tried to really sort of follow the path of stay true to the tradition of Accept and write lyrics along the same lines, where you have social commentary and things that happen around us, and so I think he's tried to write the songs and the lyrics in the style of Accept.
And obviously you've signed a multi-album deal with Nuclear Blast. Does that mean that your fans can expect a couple more albums hopefully in the future? You
bet. We're already thinking about it. After this tour in June and July, we're going to stop touring and really concentrate on songwriting. We're going to be we've done a lot of touring already, and we're really right in the middle of it, and we're going to continue all the way into the summer. And then at a certain point we have said, well, if we want an album to come out next year, early next year, then we better stop, because you can't really write that well on the road. I mean, I think you have to stop and concentrate on what you're doing.
And obviously you're performing in London this evening. What can Accept fans expect from the set?
Good old-fashioned heavy metal. 5 guys up there sweating and, giving it all they got. And we expect the same from the fans.
And you're performing at Hammerfest tomorrow. Are you looking forward to that?
You bet. I mean, festivals are always a lot of fun, just because the crowds are big and the excitement is there, and everything is, just up a couple notches on a festival usually. So we're looking forward to that tremendously, yeah.
Is there any chance of any other UK festivals possibly in the pipeline for this summer?
Haven't heard anything, but if they were to come up, yeah, definitely.
And obviously you've been around the world now. You've toured lots of different places. Is there anywhere that you haven't been yet that you'd really like to?
Oh, there's always places we haven't been to, like New Zealand, for instance. Always wanted to go there. Australia, China. But all these things are actually now been talked about. So hopefully before long we're actually going to go there. We've been this summer we're going to go to places we've never been before in South America, Peru, for instance. I mean, that's pretty remote. It's exciting.
And obviously the band's been around for a long time now, and you've been through various lineup changes and hiatuses and things like that. If you had to choose one highlight over the years, what would you say it was?
Good question. I mean, there's a lot of highlights. Maybe playing Castle Donington in 1984 with, AC/DC and Van Halen and Motley Crue and Ozzy Osbourne and, that was quite exciting. That pops to mind. And then there's a few other festivals. Usually you tend to sort of concentrate on the big events, like, big festivals with 80,000 people. But, well, another one comes to mind, right? This last summer we played with AC/DC in front of 80,000 people. We did Sonisphere festivals in Istanbul and wherever the hell it was, Bulgaria, Romania, some other place. So, I mean, we've done a lot of exciting shows over the years.
And if you could give any advice to some of the unsigned bands that are kind of coming up through the metal scene now that would love to be maybe as big as you one day, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Ah, man, if that was that easy, that would be nice if I could just say one magic word, and it would be, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of hard work and persistence that keeps you that gets you someplace, I think. And certainly the rules have changed so much from when we got started that I couldn't even really give any intelligent advice other than maybe, find out at what you're really good at and what you really believe in, and keep doing that no matter what the trend is right now at the moment, because trends come and go. But if you kind of keep doing your thing, eventually people will recognize you and take notice, and things will happen.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking to Onslaught Radio.
You bet.